As per State Nutrition Mission in Uttar Pradesh, every second child was undernourished. Every third infant was born with low birth weight, and 52% of pregnant women were anemic. Women are severely disadvantaged in having proper diet and access to healthcare service. They face high risk of malnutrition and disease at all the three critical stages, that is, infancy and childhood, adolescence, and reproductive phase. Government, with an intent to improve health and nutritional support, started the Integrated Child Development Services, that is, ICDS scheme, aimed at achieving holistic development of children up to 6 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. The scheme is implemented through Anganwadi centers located within the village or a slum and run by an Anganwadi worker with the support of Anganwadi helper in service delivery.
There is a huge shortage of Anganwadi centers in the state. Against the required 2,85,429 Anganwadi centers, only 1,90,145, that is 67%, were sanctioned, and 1,87,997, that is 66%, were functional.
Audit conducted in 20 test-checked districts found that basic amenities like toilet facilities were not available in 43,600. That is 68% of the Anganwadi centers. Safe drinking water facilities were not found in 53,757. That is 84% of Anganwadi centers. And kitchens were not provided in 18,467. That is 29% of the Anganwadi centers. Supplementary Nutrition Program. Supplementary Nutrition Program, that is SNP, is aimed to improve health and nutrition status of pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children in the age group of 6 months to 6 years. The state had a total of 3.21 to 3.44 crore pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children between 6 months and 6 years of age. However, supplementary nutrition was provided to only 2.33 crore to 2.52 crore beneficiaries during 2010 to 2015. In 17 out of the 20 test-checked districts, there were frequent disruptions of hot-cooked meal to preschool education children at Anganwadi centers during 2010 to 2015, which resulted in supply of hot-cooked food to the children for only 2 to 9 months in a year. This happened because required funds were not released.
Supplementary nutrition should be provided to all eligible beneficiaries for the minimum prescribed 300 days to ensure that the problem of malnutrition in women and girl child is addressed.
Health services. Maternal health and child health checkup or services was to be provided by Health Department in rural areas through CHC and PHC and sub-centers regularly. But prenatal and postnatal cards were not issued to expectant or lactating mothers in 217 out of 300. That is 72% of the test-checked Anganwadi centers. Further, pregnancy and delivery register containing database of pregnant women was not maintained in 78 out of 300 test-checked Anganwadi centers. This was indicative of poor prenatal and postnatal health checkup services at these Anganwadi centers. Only rupees 19.75 crores, that is 34% of the released amount of rupees 58 crore, was utilized for purchase of medicine kits during 2010 to 2015 within the respective financial year. Medicine kits were not supplied to 1,87,997 Anganwadi centers, that is 100% in the state in 2012-13, and about 50% of Anganwadi centers were not issued medicine kits in 2011-12 and 2014-15. Audit observed that no records of immunization were maintained in 46 out of 300 test-checked Anganwadi centers. Vitamin A supplement register was not maintained in 52% of the cases. Adolescent girls. The fact that the phase of transition from childhood to adulthood is very important for the physical and psychological development of a girl into a woman. With a view to make this transition smooth and healthy, two schemes, that is, Kishori Shakti Yojana, KSY, and Rajiv Gandhi Scheme for Empowerment of Adolescent Girls or SABLA were launched through ICDS platform. The objectives of these schemes were to make adolescent girls aware of health, nutrition, and lifestyle-related behavior, and adolescent reproductive and sexual health needs to be positioned in this phase of life. This was done in order to improve the health of adolescent girls and facilitate an easier transition to womanhood. KSY has been implemented in 53 districts and SABLA in remaining 22 districts of the state. An expenditure of Rs 11.69 crore was incurred on implementation of KSY, but Rs 1,186.41 crore on SABLA during 2010 to 2015. Kishori Shakti Yojana. We in audit observed that only Rs 11.69 crore, that is 62% of the released amount of Rs 18.88 crore, was spent during 2010 to 2015 for implementation of the KSY scheme in the state. Due to ceiling of covering just 60 adolescent girls per block, only 35,100 adolescent girls, that is less than 1% out of the total population of 70,74,240 adolescent girls, were provided supplementary nutrition in the test-checked districts. In Varanasi, total identified adolescent girls were 298,671, out of which only 540 adolescent girls were selected as beneficiaries. In Ambedkar Nagar, the shortfall was 97%. In Bareilly, a shortfall of 96%. Health and vocational training under Kishori Shakti Yojana. Under the scheme, 1,80,600 adolescent girls in 602 sanctioned projects in the state were to be imparted 3-day training in respect of health and nutrition, and 60 days vocational training in 2 batches of 30 girls under each project or block. The vocational training covered areas such as stitching, pickle making, etc. Scrutiny of records of test-checked districts revealed an overall shortfall of 87% in achieving target fixed for imparting vocational training to adolescent girls during 2010 to 2015. Thus, KSY had little impact on nutritional status and skills of adolescent girls in 53 districts of the state. Rajiv Gandhi Scheme for Empowerment of Adolescent Girls or SABLA, take-home ration, was not provided to 13.45 lakh adolescent girls in the test-checked districts during 2011 to 2015. Vocational training was not imparted to adolescent girls in any of the 6 test-checked districts during 2011 to 2015.
Only 26,084 training kits, that is 10% against the requirement of 2,60,865 in 52,173 Anganwadi centers of 22 districts of Uttar Pradesh were provided in the year 2014-15.
Thus, both the schemes, that is, KSY and SABLA, aimed at empowerment of adolescent girls had major structural and implementation deficiencies, which led to denial of scheme benefits to large number of adolescent girls in the state.